Hey, what's up, everybody? The Amazing here. I'm bringing another review. This time is of the SH Figuarts Kamen Rider Sigma from Kamen Rider Amazon's Season 1. Let's get started. First and foremost, I want to start by saying I've been waiting forever for this. It's been a web shop, and immediately since the fight scene that I saw that I'm in, I wanted them. So I'm very happy to have Sigma. It's a nice metallic silver. It's glossy. The red, the purple, the silver, they all work really well together. I'm really excited to have it. It just looks so good in photos. I just can't begin to talk about it. But if you're in the Kamen Rider and you already know what it's about, you already know what you're getting into. The driver is a nice black design. You have the purple eyes. You can still remove the side, assuming that Sigma ever used weapons, but he did not. Now, the thing about Sigma is his body's a little different. It's shown to have a bulkier waist design, and the shoulders, the back, they're all different. But the head is that of, the head is closer to that of Kamen Rider Alpha, except now it's silver. So it's pretty cool. So in range of articulation and things like that, you get what you were getting out of Alpha. You get the rotating base to the sides. You get smaller fins to the side though. So the slash effect won't really work here. And you still get the same range of articulation. The one drawback that you do get though is that you get a lack of ab crunch. That being because his torso is being held in place by a much larger, wider piece. So while you'll get it going forward, you won't get it going back. But it still looks really good. It works out well. The design is really not flawed at all. Please be careful on the backhand side because these spikes on his back are actually very pointy and damaging. Same for the top of the head, for the back spikes. The leg articulation is the same as you'll get for Alpha and Omega. You get double jointed leg joints that go up and they look fabulous. So you can be a can girl. It's really cool. So you actually can roll it down as well. You get nice amount of ankle pivot going all the way around. Rotates really, really well. And you get the pull down leg joint method. So you actually get a huge range to be able to do tons of poses. So Alpha can actually do more Amazon moves. Can look like a feral animal when he fights. Looks really good. I already have the claw hands on. So you can actually just get that popping right there. He also comes with closed hands, and I'm going to get started with the other things. And like a crazy person, I actually forgot to take them out. So I'm actually going to do that right now while I'm at it. So besides the claw hands and the normal hands, you actually get two relaxed hands, which I'm going to show you in a second. Because like a crazy person, I said I left them in. You get the two relaxed hands. These are really cool because they look like they're pointing, but they're not. But you can actually sort of use these as pointing fingers, which is really cool. Now next is the really cool part of the hands part. Because Sigma does this thing where he tells you he's going to defeat you in a certain amount of moves in the episode. The first time he meets Jin, he tells him he's going to beat him in 2 moves, which is really cool. So they give you the hand. I'm going to beat you in 2 moves, dude. Which it looks like he's also throwing a peace sign, which is really, really cool. Then you also get going to defeat you in 4 moves. He says he's going to be Alpha and Omega together in 4 moves, which is pretty crazy. Like, if a guy doesn't want to move, he won't. And if he wanted to, he could have wrecked them both. But he ended up getting that ass beat. So so next up, Sigma doesn't come with a lot of hands or weapon accessories, but he does come with purple flames. Because when he henshins in Amazon, there's a flame-like aura that originates from the person who is henshining. So Alpha is red, Omega is green, Sigma is purple. Purple flames being that they burn a little hotter, or the highest. I can't remember how that works. But that being said, you can just put these flames on. I'm just going to put 2 of them on, show you guys what's going on. So you can see it works really well. You can actually put it on other SH Figuarts characters. Don't have an issue with that. So if you want, you can still look like you're burning. This is something I'm really enjoying because I love Kamen Rider. So Sigma, I was a big fan of appearing in the show. The figure looked dope, and I'm more than happy with it. It actually has all the range I wanted. It looks really good, and it's not one of those kind of pieces that fall apart. So I'm very excited to have it. The one drawback being is that the forward ab crunch, sometimes it gets a little sticky. But it's all there. The range is definitely there. You can even go side to side. Wish he maybe had more hands, but again, not worried about it. One thing though that's really cool, if you are planning, let me point this out. The head articulation is all there. As you can see, it can rotate all the way around. But sometimes look like he won't have a neck, so please be aware and be careful of that. The other thing being is that if you pre-order the mole Amazon, You'll actually get another effect set that goes with Sigma. I don't want to spoil it, but it's going to be really cool. Now, in terms of scaling and articulation, he scales really well with the other Amazons, obviously, because he's made to go with them. So as you can see, they're all around the same height. Really cool. Now, in terms of other figures, it's a little different. So let's get started. Here he is next to a Storm Collectibles reel. He's tiny. It's no comparison in scale for those two, so that won't really work. Here he is next to a Mezco Daredevil. And as you can see, he's not completely shorter than him, but he is a bit shorter, so that's something you may want to work out in scaling. Maybe for a fight scene, you may want to work it around, use a little force perspective. Now, with other SHF and Kamen Rider stuff, he works really well with Shukekei Hokuga and apparently other SHF because they're all around the same height, with the exception of the ones that are larger for obvious reasons. Now, in terms of AI ninjas, just a little bit smaller, which is really dope because now I can do fights against ninjas. I'm really looking forward to that. The next one is actually Wolverine. So Wolverine is actually smaller than him, which is really cool. Wolverine's only like 5'3", so that means these guys are actually pretty short people. But compared to an average Marvel Legend, and don't mind the John Wick head, it's a custom head. But in terms of other regular size Marvel Legends, he's still not that much smaller, which is pretty good. And that's good to hear because some people are scale Nazis and that's a little bit to worry about. But if you're not too worried about that, you actually have a figure that works pretty well in most scales, which is really good. In the meantime, guys, I hope you enjoyed. Hope you found it informational. And if not, I'm sorry I couldn't help you. But in the meantime, drink your water, be good, do good. Later, guys.